everyone, my name is Erin, and for today's video I am going to kind of do a spin on a video that was requested, which is so weird to say, but I was requested to do a summer recommendations video, I think for contemporaries. I'll have to go back and look at that comment to make sure, otherwise this is just a random video. But I was thinking about it, and there are so many books that I really want to get to this summer that I want to talk to you all about, but I haven't read them, and I feel like it's going to take me a little bit of time to read through all of them, and by the time that happens, summer will be over, and what's the point in me giving you summer recommendations? You see my dilemma? So I will be coming out with a video of summer contemporary recommendations for you guys, if that's something that you're interested in, of previous contemporaries that I have read throughout the years. But there are a bunch of new releases that I am super excited. There are also some backlisted titles that I'm super excited to get to this summer that I haven't read yet, but I want to talk to you all about, and so that is what this video is. So I have a bunch of books. I don't know a ton about each and every one of them because I haven't read them yet. I'm gonna try to do my best, but if you're interested in reading any of these are some of the books that I'm gonna be reading this summer, or like I intend to, and I would love to read them along with you. So this is kind of like a little book club thing, and it's super exciting. So let's get started with all of the books that I'm really excited to get to this summer, specifically contemporaries. The first one is actually one that came out last summer, and that is Little Do We Know by Tomorrow Island Stone. This is about these two girls who have lived next door for ages, and they have been best friends for a really long time, and then something absolutely horrible happened that caused them to kind of split apart, and then something horrible happens again and it brings them back together, and it's just a tale of friendship. I read the author's note before actually reading the book. I don't know why, but it happened, and there is a content warning for sexual assault in this. I don't know anything beyond that, but I do know that there is that, so if that is something that you are sensitive to while reading, then just be wary of that. I'm super excited. A lot of people were promoting this book last year, but I don't think I really saw anyone read it or review it, so I really want to read it. I'm 88 pages into it, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It just feels like a really good summer read, but yeah. This is the first one on my list. The next one is actually a backlisted title, slightly, not really that backlisted, but its sequel just came out, and that is Prince Charming by Rachel? Okay, Erin. The next one is slightly backlisted. I think it came out like a year or so ago, but its sequel just came out, I believe, this year, and that is Prince Charming by Rachel Hawkins. This was originally titled Royals, and it got a complete cover change, and I'm so happy with it. This is stunning, but this is about a girl who is from Florida, and her older sister is engaged to the Prince of Scotland, and her private life is now put out onto like the internet since her family's a little bit famous now. The Crown hires the poor but dashing young Miles to help Daisy tone down her big personality, while the prince's gorgeous younger brother is determined to drag her into his scandals, with a posh boy coaxing her to misbehave and a poor boy pushing her to act like a lady. Daisy may just have to rewrite the royal playbook to suit herself. That sounds so interesting. I mean, I have read the synopsis before, but like obviously I didn't pay attention. But yeah, it sounds super cute and super fun, and I want to get to the sequel as well. So this one is one that I'm super excited about. Plus, I don't know, for whatever reason, I've really been into royalty lately, and this is obviously fitting that vibe. So I forgot to mention that these are all young adult titles, so I don't have any new adult or adult romances on this list. But there are some that I would like to get to, just so you're aware. The next one is a backlisted title, and that is When Dimple Met Vichy by Sandia Menon. This is about a girl who goes to coding camp, and her parents really want her, like, they've set up an arranged marriage, an arranged engagement, and she's not a fan of it, but this boy that she is supposed to be engaged to goes to that camp, I believe, to like meet her in a circumstance where it's not like staged by their parents and get to know her and try and win her over, but she's not really into that. Loosely, that's what I remember the synopsis being when everyone was reading it like a couple of years ago when it came out. But it sounds really cute, really fun. Some people have had some problems with it, but it sounds like a really fun read because it takes place at summer camp, and so it sounds really fun. Then I have another Sandia Menon book, and that is From Twinkle with Love, obviously by Sandia Menon. I actually don't know anything about this, just that it's by Sandia Menon, and I really want to read There's Something About Sweetie and As Kismet Would Have It, so I just figured I would also pick up this one. It was on Book Outlet for super cheap, and so I figured why not. Let's read the description together. Twinkle Mara has stories she wants to tell and universes she wants to explore. If only the world would listen. So when fellow film geek Sahil Roy approaches her to direct a movie for the upcoming Midsummer Night Arts Festival, Twinkle is all over it. The chance to publicly showcase her voice as a director. Dream come true. The fact that it gets her closer to longtime crush Neil Roy, aka Sahil's twin brother. Dream come true ×2. I'm gonna stop reading there because it sounds super interesting, and I feel like contemporary synopses tend to just give so much away and then nothing is a surprise. So that's this one. It's significantly shorter than When Dimple Met Rishi, but I'm so excited to just read all of Sandia Menon's books because they sound perfect for summer. The next one I have actually already started reading, and that is Fake It Till You Break It by Jen P. and again, I think is how you pronounce that last name. I'm so sorry if it's not. But this is a fake dating trope, and it sounds super cute. It's about these two kids who, they've grown up together. Their moms are best friends, and their moms keep saying you guys would be the perfect couple, but they hate each other. And so they decide, okay, we'll date, and then we'll stage the worst breakup ever so that they'll never ask us to date again, and it'll be perfect, and they'll leave us alone, and we can both get what we want out of this situation. And then they start dating, and they realize, wait a second, this isn't so bad. So it sounds really cute. I'm 54 pages in, and I'll save my thoughts for when I finish this book, but I'm not loving it. The next one is The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Gu. This came out last year, and Maureen Gu has a couple of other books. One of them just came out this year, and that was Somewhere Only We Know. This is about a girl who is like grounded for the summer, and her dad is making her work at his Korean barbecue food truck, I believe. And she has to work with a girl that she doesn't like, and that's really all I know about it. It sounds really interesting. The cover is stunning, and I want to see if Maureen Gu is an author that I would enjoy reading from. This is the book that piqued my interest the most. The other two books have to deal with K-pop and K-dramas, which are not something that I know much about, so I just don't know if it's worth reading, if I would just be completely lost. If you've read them, let me know if I need to know like a ton about either of those things in order to be able to enjoy them. But I would be interested in reading them. I just don't know if all of the references are going to fly over my head and it's not going to be as fun to read. So, but yeah, I am really excited to read this one, and then I want to read Somewhere Only We Know because it just sounds so cute. The next one is Always Never Yours by Emily Wibberley and Austin Siegmund Broca. I read If I'm Being Honest this year, and I'll talk about that in my wrap-up. But I wanted to read this one when it first came out, and I just never pulled the trigger on it, so I saw it on Book Outlet. Is this a Book Outlet? Oh, no. But I did see it on Book Outlet and thought that it sounded super interesting, and so I'm really excited to read this one. This book is about a girl who, whenever she dates a guy and after they break up, they end up, the next person that they end up dating is the person that they end up being with, like, forever. And so she's like, I'm just the stepping stone to other people's happiness, and she is afraid that she'll never find her own. It sounds really interesting, really cute. I think she does a play in Romeo, like a Romeo and Juliet play and she meets the love interest that way. Maybe she doesn't meet the love interest that way, but I know Romeo and Juliet is involved somehow because the other one was Taming of the Shrew retelling, and I think that's kind of like their thing with contemporaries is Shakespeare retellings. So I'm really excited. This one sounds really cute, and this cover I am absolutely obsessed with. The next one is another one that came out last summer, and that is Stay Sweet by Siobhan Vivian. This is another, it just sounds like a quintessential summer book. This is about a girl who works at this ice cream shop that has only been owned and worked or employed by women in the past, and then the grandson's owner of this ice cream shop comes into town and is trying to like change a bunch of things, and there's a little bit of tension there, it sounds like, and I'm assuming that the romance takes place between the main character and the grandson. That sounds really cute, and plus working at an ice cream shop for the summer, like that just, if that doesn't scream summer, I don't know what does. We have one more. The last one is one that I am so freaking excited for, and that is Don't Date Rosa Santos. This has not been on my radar long, but all I needed to hear was that it was very similar to Jane the Virgin, and I literally picked it up. It sounds so cute. It's about this girl who is apparently cursed for like relationships, I guess. Rosa Santos is cursed by the sea, at least that's what they say. Dating her is bad news, especially if you're a boy with a boat. But Rosa feels more caught than cursed, caught between cultures and choices. Between her abuela, a beloved healer and pillar of their community, and her mother, an artist who crashes in and out of her life like a hurricane. Between Port Coral, the quirky South Florida town they call home, and Cuba, the island her abuela refuses to talk about. As her college decision looms, Rosa collides literally with Alex Aquino, the mysterious boy with tattoos of the ocean whose family owns the marina. With her heart, her family, and her future on the line, can Rosa break a curse and find her place beyond the horizon? That sounds so freaking cute. This cover is absolutely stunning. I am so excited to get to this one. If I didn't already say, it's by Nina Marino. I don't really have anything else to say about this, except that I'm really hoping I get Jane the Virgin vibes, because I absolutely love that show. So yeah, these are a bunch of the contemporaries that I'm really hoping to get to this summer. I know this isn't necessarily a recommendations video. That will be coming, I promise. But I did want to talk about all of these and share them with you, and maybe you will like to read them with me too. I would be super excited if you do decide to read them with me. That would be really fun. I think that's all I have to say for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope to see you all in my next one. Bye, guys!